Good evening, I'm Roger, and this is NFL Trending. Tonight, we've got a fascinating story that's got the football world buzzing. Former NFL MVP Cam Newton has revealed that the Philadelphia Eagles, yes, one of the NFC's most powerful franchises, actually considered drafting quarterback Shedeur Sanders. That revelation has fans debating what could have been, and what this says about the Eagles' long-term plans at the quarterback position. Let's break this down. Cam Newton made headlines during an appearance on his weekly podcast, where he's never shy about giving bold takes. According to Newton, insiders told him that the Philadelphia Eagles explored the possibility of drafting Shedeur Sanders, the son of Hall of Famer Deion Sanders, and the current face of Colorado football. Newton went as far as to say the Eagles like Sanders enough to put him on their draft board, even with Jalen Hurts already cemented as the team starter. Now, why would the Eagles even consider such a move? That's the question sparking debate across the NFL landscape. On the surface, Philadelphia doesn't seem like a team desperate for quarterback help. Jalen Hurts has led the Eagles to a Super Bowl appearance, signed a massive contract extension, and established himself as a leader both on and off the field. Yet, Newton's claim sheds light on a deeper reality. In today's NFL, teams are always planning ahead. For the Eagles, that means preparing for every scenario. Injuries happen. Contracts create salary cap challenges. And sometimes, when a generational talent comes along, you simply can't ignore him. Shedeur Sanders, by all accounts, is one of the most intriguing quarterback prospects in years. His composure, accuracy, and poise under pressure have turned heads, and scouts believe he has the mental makeup to succeed in the NFL. So let's consider the Eagles' thought process. Could they have been looking at Sanders as an insurance policy behind Hurts? Could they have envisioned a scenario where drafting Shedeur created competition, depth, or even trade leverage? Remember, the Eagles have a history of making bold, unconventional moves. This is the same franchise that drafted Jalen Hurts in the second round while Carson Wentz was still their starter. At the time, that decision was criticized, but ultimately, it reshaped the future of the franchise. Cam Newton's comments also shine a light on how much attention Shedeur Sanders is commanding in NFL circles. Even before entering the league, Sanders is already being discussed alongside top quarterbacks. His performances at Colorado have proven that he can carry a team under immense pressure. Playing for his father, Deion Sanders, he's learned how to handle the spotlight, something every NFL team values in a franchise quarterback. But let's not overlook the ripple effects this revelation creates. If the Eagles, a team already set at quarterback, seriously considered Shedeur Sanders, what does that say about the franchises that actually need a quarterback? For rebuilding teams, this should be a wake-up call. The demand for Sanders will be sky-high. If Philadelphia was even remotely interested, then expect franchises like the Raiders, Broncos, and Vikings to be preparing aggressive strategies to get him. Now, let's talk about Jalen Hurts. For some Eagles fans, Newton's comments may raise eyebrows. Does this mean the Eagles aren't fully committed to Hurts? I'd say not necessarily. Front offices evaluate every top prospect, no matter the position. It's due diligence, not a sign of doubt. But the reality is, even a quarterback as talented as Hurts isn't immune to the business side of football. The Eagles know how quickly the league changes, and they've always been a franchise that values future flexibility. Newton's revelation also adds to the growing narrative around Shedeur Sanders. He's not just a great college quarterback, he's already a national brand. With Deion Sanders as his father, Shedeur has inherited the charisma, confidence, and marketability that makes him bigger than just a football player. NFL owners, general managers, and sponsors all recognize that. Drafting Shedeur isn't just about performance on the field, it's about the cultural impact he brings off the field. Let's imagine, for a moment, what might have happened if the Eagles had pulled the trigger and drafted Sanders. Would there have been a quarterback controversy in Philadelphia? Possibly. Would it have shocked the NFL world? Absolutely. And it would have ignited endless comparisons between Hurts and Sanders, two dynamic quarterbacks with unique skill sets. The Eagles, already one of the most talked about franchises in football, would have become the center of attention in ways we've never seen before. But of course, this is all speculation. For now, Shedeur Sanders remains focused on his college career, and Jalen Hurts is leading the Eagles in their pursuit of another Super Bowl run. Still, Cam Newton's comments are a reminder of how quickly the NFL rumor mill can shift attention. One comment from a former MVP has the football world talking about hypotheticals that feel almost real. It's also worth asking, why did Cam Newton choose to reveal this now? Newton is a respected voice, especially when it comes to quarterbacks. He's been in the shoes of a young star, carrying the weight of expectations, and he understands how franchises evaluate talent. By dropping this nugget, Newton may be sending a message, not just about Sanders, but about how teams should never get complacent. Meanwhile, reactions are pouring in from across the NFL community. Analysts are debating whether the Eagles should have actually made the move. Fans are arguing on social media, some defending Hurts as the clear franchise quarterback, while others fantasize about the electric potential of Sanders in midnight green. It's a debate that probably won't end anytime soon. Looking ahead, one thing is certain: Shedeur Sanders' draft stock just got another boost. Every time his name is mentioned in connection with powerhouse franchises like Philadelphia, his profile grows. He's no longer just a top prospect. He's being treated as a future face of the league. And as for the Eagles, this story reinforces their reputation as a forward-thinking franchise. Whether they truly considered Sanders seriously or not, the fact that their name is in the conversation shows how meticulous they are in evaluating talent. It's a reminder that in the NFL, nothing is ever off the table. So to recap, Cam Newton has dropped a bombshell, claiming the Eagles considered Shedeur Sanders. The story raises questions about Philadelphia's draft strategy, Jalen Hurts' security, and the skyrocketing hype around Deion Sanders' son. It may never have materialized into reality, but the conversation it sparked is real, and it's one that will continue to echo through the season. That's all for tonight's edition of NFL Trending. I'm Roger, and as always, we'll keep bringing you the stories, debates, and breaking news that define the NFL. Stay tuned, because when it comes to this league, the drama never stops.